Hello and welcome everyone. So in our today's video, we will be handling one of the advanced web element which are called as alert. So in real websites, many times when we click a button, the browser shows a pop-up message. So this pop-up is not a part of web page HTML. This pop-up is called as an alert, right? Now once you click on any button, there will be a pop-up which is an alert. Now inside that particular alert, you will be having certain instructions. So for example, let's say if you are doing any kind of operation, you're doing any kind of deletion by clicking on a delete button, let's say. So there will be an alert popping up which will ask you, are you sure you want to delete, right? Or if you want to continue further, so there will be a disclaimer pop up coming just before that, and it will ask you to, do you want to continue or not, right? And in certain cases that pop up will have a text box in it, or certain elements where you can enter the valid values, so it will be asking for that. So you might have seen this in your day to day while coming across any kind of website or things like that, right? Now, what is an alert in Selenium, right? So an alert is a browser pop-up that is not part of the DOM, and it cannot be inspected, it cannot be handled using normal find element, and blocks the user until we take action. So what happens is, if that particular alert is getting popped up, so that's not a part of the DOM, right? And if you try to inspect any of the element inside it, you cannot do that because it's not a part of DOM. And since it's not the part of DOM, you cannot inspect it. So functions like find element cannot be used to handle such type of web element, okay? And it will block the user until we take any kind of action. So before that, I would like to show you how alert looks like. So we have talked enough about it. So for that, let me open one website. Yeah. So this website is demo.automationtesting.in. It's again a dummy website. Okay. So here we will be handling the alert web element. So see, there are three kinds of alert over here. So the first one is alert with an OK button, right? So for example, let's say if you click on this button, so this alert is getting popped up which says I'm an alert box. It has a certain text associated to it. Also, it has an OK button, right? Now, there is another type of alert which says alert with OK and cancel. So if we click on this button, so we have two options now. Initially, we had only one option, the OK button. Now, along with OK, it also has a cancel button. So this comes in certain situation where it will ask you about, like, for example, are you sure you want to delete, or you want to proceed, or you want to make any kind of modification? So just before that, it will ask for your consent. So it has two options. OK means you are giving affirmation to proceed further. Cancel will allow you to take you back to the previous page where you can go ahead and modify the record which you want. So in both the cases, let's say if I click on cancel, this pop-up will go away. And if I click on OK, again this pop-up will go away, because as this is a dummy website. But yeah, in real world website, you will navigate to certain or the other pages while clicking on any of these two options. Now the third type of alert is alert with a text box. Now here what happens is, here it will have certain elements, like as of now we are seeing the text box. In many cases you might also see check boxes and radio buttons, where it will ask you to provide certain user input before proceeding further. So here it has only text box. So let's say if I provide over here certain name, okay, and then if I click on OK, it should navigate me to the next page. Okay, so hello test user, how are you today? So this is basically can be considered as a next page, as this is a dummy website. Now let's say if I do cancel, okay, so it has this pop-up basically gets disappeared. Now what happens if I leave this particular text box as empty, I should be seeing. Okay, so here they haven't implemented, but in certain cases, what happens is if you are seeing any kind of input element in an alert box, and if it's mandatory, so if you are leaving it empty and clicking on any OK or cancel button, basically OK button, so you will be getting an inline validation error message, which means you have to put some valid inputs into that particular component. Then only you will be able to proceed with the further actions, right? Now, we cannot handle alert using XPath or CSS, right? Because it's not a part of DOM, so we must switch to alert first. Now in order to take our control from our parent page, like this is our parent page, right? And now once we click on this button, so this pop-up comes up. Now until unless the control comes from this particular parent page to this pop-up, you cannot do any kind of automation activities on this pop-up, right? So there is this term called as switch to alert. So first you have to do that, then only the control will shift from parent to the pop-up or the alert pop-up, and then you can proceed with your automation script, right? So let's discuss this with the working example. So for that, I'll open up my PyCharm project. Yeah. Now let's create a new file, and let's name this file as alert automation. Okay. So we have created a new Python file. Now let's take some code from our previous project. Here we'll copy and paste it here. Okay. Now as we are automating this particular website, so we'll copy this URL and paste it over here. Okay. Now, so yeah, as we have discussed, so in order to take the control from parent window to the alert pop-up, we have this concept of switch to alert. So the syntax goes like this. So let's name a variable called as alert equals to, we will be using driver object. Then with a dot operator, we have this switch to alert thing coming up, right? So switch to is coming up, and then again using a dot operator, we have this alert thing coming up, right? Now this is the syntax. Okay. So after switching to the alert pop-up, there are certain operations which you can perform. So those are like, let's say if you want to accept, I'll provide a comment here and then I'll display it to you. So accept, which means you are clicking on OK button, right? So for that, what you have to do is you have to use this alert variable and then alert dot accept method. Okay. So in case you want to accept or click on OK button. Now let's say if you want to cancel the operation, so there's this cancel button, right, in alert. So for that, again you have to use the alert variable, and then there's this function called as dismiss. Okay. Now, there are certain text also associated to alert pop-up in most of the cases. So let's say if you want to read those text. So in that case, again, you will be using this alert variable dot text. So it will read out all the text associated to that alert pop-up. And again, as we have seen in our example, there are certain text boxes associated to it. So let's say if you want to type anything in that text box, so for that, as we already know, to type anything, we will use send keys method, right? So this time also using alert variable and a dot operator, we will be using send keys, and inside it whatever text you want to fill up over there, that you can use. So hello for now. Okay. So let's discuss all these scenarios with our working example. So scenario 1, which is the OK button. Okay. So first of all, what we will do is simple. The first thing is we have to find the element of this we have to find this button. So we are going with this alert with okay, right? So we have to first locate this element in our DOM. So for that, let's do a right click. Okay, so this is our section of the DOM which is getting highlighted. It has the tag name as button and all these various other attributes. It also has a text associated to it, right? So let's first find out this particular button. So what we will do, we will give driver dot find element, okay, and then by dot xpath comma and the xpath value. So that should come like this. Let's identify this particular button. So we'll write that xpath like this, starting with double slash button and then one attribute. So what all attributes are associated to it? So we have this on click attribute, so we'll copy this, okay, and inside the square bracket using at the rate we'll paste it over here, and then we will provide the attribute value. So what is the attribute value? It's alert box, okay. So we'll copy here and paste it here. So see, it has identified and given the uh, section of the DOM also highlighted. So we'll copy this XPath and we'll put the value over here. Now we are clicking on that button, right? So we will be using click method, okay? And this will enable the alert pop-up. Now in the next line, we will be defining the alert variable, and again we will be doing switch to alert here. Driver dot switch to alert, because this line is important. As we have already discussed, once we will get the alert displayed after performing this particular operation, clicking on a button, then we have to, in the next line, we have to switch our control from parent page to the alert page. So this line then comes, so this will get executed, and from now on our control has been shifted to alert now. So what we will be doing is we will be accepting, or we will be clicking on that OK button. So let's do a print, and in here we will write the statement alert text is, okay. So first let's print the alert text also. So alert dot text, okay, see, it has displayed text over here, and then after that we will be doing the accept. So alert dot accept, right? Okay, so let's perform this operation and see if it's working fine or not. So uh, yeah, so we'll execute this program. This should open up the Chrome browser instance. Yeah, so it will click on this button. Yeah, so that happened quickly, but let me put some weight and show you. Okay, so after this, I'll put a weight like time dot sleep. Okay, and I'll put a weight of, let's say, 3 seconds. Okay, so this time you will be able to see what was happened in our first execution. So it has opened up the browser instance, and it will click on a button to get the alert popped up. Yeah, so alert has popped up, and it has read the text from the alert that I am an alert box, and it has printed it successfully. So this is one such scenario. Now the second scenario is along with OK, there will be a cancel button also, and we will be handling both OK and cancel. Okay. Now again, let's go back to our website. So this time we will be dealing with this particular component, okay and cancel, and then we will be clicking on this button, right? So for that, we have to first identify this particular web element. So we'll inspect this, okay, and it has a link tag basically, and then all these attributes are present. So what we will do is we'll comment this all for now, okay, and from here let's first find out driver dot find element by dot xpath comma, and we'll first find out this particular element. So as we have as tag as a, so let's take this particular attribute, which is data toggle, or else we'll check for this as well, like what is the attributes present for this alert with text, okay. It also has a data toggle tab. So let me take this attribute only and paste it over here. We'll replace the tag name as a for now, and the value for this data toggle is coming out to be as tab. Now you will see there are three results which are coming up. Now we have to see which one is ours, like which one needs to be clicked for this particular example. So we'll go with the indexing. So we'll surround this with a small bracket, and in here let's provide one. Okay. So with one, let's see which part of DOM is getting highlighted. Mm-mm-mm-mm. So the first one is getting highlighted. We have to click on this one. So for that, we will go with index number 2, right? So with 2, it is highlighting the correct tab which we want to click for this example. So this is our XPath, and we'll paste it over here. Okay. And now we will be clicking on it. So we'll use click method. Okay. After that, once we click on this, we have this button. So let's inspect this as well. And this button has confirm box, okay. So the XPath for this will be like, so first let's write our statement, driver dot find underscore element by dot XPath, okay. And for value, let's take from here itself, because this also has an attribute of on click, and but the value is confirm box. So we'll copy this value and paste it over here, right? So it has given one of one result, and it has highlighted this particular button. So our XPath seems to be correct. So we'll copy this XPath and we'll paste it over here. Now here also we are doing a click, so we'll use a click method again. Now once that alert is popped up, we have to switch our control. So for that, we will do driver dot switch to dot alert. Okay. And once the control is at the alert, now what we will do, we'll first print the message or the text which is present over there. So here we'll do a print alert message, and then what we'll do is alert dot text. Okay. And after that, we'll do a wait for some time, like for let's say 2 seconds. Let's keep 2 seconds, and after that we will be clicking on cancel button. So we will be using alert dot dismiss, right? So let's perform this operation and see if it's working. So we'll execute this program. It has opened the Chrome instance, and it will first click on this second tab, alert with OK and cancel. So let's wait till the site get loaded completely. Okay, so it has clicked and the alert has popped up, and it has successfully completed the execution. So it was press a button, right? So if we go and check, so yeah, it was press a button which has printed successfully. Similarly, now let's go with our third scenario where we will be entering some text in the alert box, which is this one. And over here it has the text box also, right? Let's see what how it will happen. So for that, again, I'll comment all this for now. Okay. And then we will be doing driver dot find element by dot xpath. Okay, and the XPath value. So initially we had this XPath for the second option for this one. Now let's see if we provide an indexing, index number 3, will this get highlighted or not? So see, it has get highlighted. So this is our XPath value, and we'll paste it over here. And then what we are doing, we are clicking on it. So we'll use a click method. After that, we will be clicking on that button, find element, then by dot xpath. Okay, and the value goes like, so this button now we will be clicking, so we'll inspect this and see what are its attributes. So now it has on click attribute, but the value is different this time, which has the prompt box. So we'll reuse this xpath value. We'll just replace the attribute value. Now this time it is the prompt box. So we'll copy it from here and paste it over here, and do a click here as well to get the pop-up. After that, again we have to switch the control from parent window to the alert. So for that, we will do driver dot switch to alert dot alert, and after that we will be sending some values in the text box. So this time you don't need to identify the text box present in the alert, because it will be of no use as it's not a part of DOM. So for that, we have this arrangement of alert dot send keys. Okay, so using send keys method, let's write the text which we will require to send in the text box. So let's go with this text, automation testing user. Now at the end, let's dismiss that alert pop-up by using the accept method. Okay. So for that, let's do one more thing. So we will be putting a wait time so that it can be seen visually. Okay. So let's put a wait time of 4 seconds, and let's try and run this code to see if it's working fine or not. So if we run this code, it has opened up the browser instance. It should click on this alert with text box option, which it did. It has opened up the pop-up. It has entered the automation testing user, and at the end it will click on OK button to dismiss it. So yeah, that was all about how to handle alerts and pop-up in Selenium, and we will see and discuss some more advanced web elements in our next session. So stay tuned till then, and thanks for being up till here. I'll see you in the next video.